Good morning. Happy Saturday to you guys. What do we got in here? We got Slim Tim, we got P-Tag, we got USA, Sweet Polly, Scotty Peplin, good morning. And our friend from Africa, Wally, good to see everybody so far. Man, I'm excited. Been doing some things in the fish room that I finished and tested out yesterday. I can't talk about too much because I got a video coming out on it and I don't want to ruin the video. But we're going to use this as a teaser. And we're going to go back, way back. In 1963, when I first started keeping fish, back in the day, which was a Tuesday, by the way, it took me forever to do maintenance, especially when you had multiple aquariums. Hey, Tarek, good morning. Good to see you. Hope everything was good with the wrist and work and things like that. T-Disc Farmer, wow, still on here too. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's coming over from Rumble. They a little distracted here for a minute, but that's awesome because prior you could not see the Rumble comments coming up in StreamYard. We must have fixed that. Very cool. Appreciate you coming in on the Rumble side. Anyways, you guys know 80% of my channel, the rest of it's humor with humor sprinkled in, is about efficiency and keeping fish easier, making things easier. Hey, June, good to see you. Hey, Tommy. Well, it used to take me about 8 hours, a full day, to get all the maintenance done on my aquariums. I've always had around about 12 to 13 aquariums. I would do maintenance every week, then it went to every 2 weeks, then I went to monthly, and I've been doing monthly for quite a while. We've talked about this prior. Well, I've had to come back down from doing this once a month because going once a month, there wasn't too many problems with the fish. I wasn't having any issues like that. Nitrates would maybe get up to 80, maybe a little bit more sometimes, depending on the different situations and fish, how many there are. Maybe I fed a little bit more that week, but it was nothing detrimental. However, what it was causing is a lot of buildup of excess nutrients. And some of those nutrients were causing things like too much algae, phosphates. And but among all the two things that I hated by doing monthly water changes is the influx of blackbeard algae and just regular algae. Now, I don't care about algae. It just looks ugly when it gets built up, but it's fantastic for your aquarium. I've always done the sides and the front and left the back go. But the problem is it's really making the aquariums look ugly at this point. So I've increased my maintenance again every 2 to 3 weeks. Well, prior, when I was doing this maintenance, it took me upwards of almost, I don't know, half to 3/4 of an entire Saturday or Sunday whenever I did it. So I started making changes to make this faster and make it easier. And hold on one second. We got to say some hello. So we got Z in. Good to see you. Uncle Smiley. I already said Uncle Prodigal. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Miss anybody else? Always got to say hi. So at any rate, I started making changes. I brought in 2 Python water changes, one to fill, one to drain right outside the window when the fish room was in the dining room. That made things easier. I kept sand out of the pipes, things like that. And it's neat as time goes on, the things you do and the things you make better and the things you learn. And that was okay. But it still was taking me too long than I would like to spend doing my maintenance in my aquariums. Then I moved the fish room out to the garage. Once we got out to the garage, it opened up a lot of different possibilities. One, space. So I got some more tanks, obviously. And I said, during this time, we had to change the faucet where I was hooking my Python up to because the old one was leaking. And when we changed it, it was one of these new faucets that were water conservative, right? They have like something in there that slows the flow down. And it took me even longer to do water changes. So what I started to do in the summer months is I brought the garden hose over to the back door of the garage, hooked some things up, and I started filling the aquariums and draining if I needed to, sucking uneaten food, poop, things out like that. With the hose, I had a lot more pressure, and I didn't need to run as much Python hose because it's right outside the door. That made things quicker. Sweet. I think once I got out to the garage, I got my maintenance on 12 tanks down to about 3 hours. Well, this is where I'm going to stop talking about this because you're going to have to wait for the video, because I have got my maintenance down on all these tanks. I am pretty certain 2 hours or less. How I did it, you'll have to wait for the video, but super excited about it. I got a lot of things going on at one time. I tested my new system out last night, had a few little hiccups that I'm working out, but it's still, you can't beat it. Right? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And soon 12 tanks again. And I will be able to do the maintenance on all these aquariums, which involves scraping algae, sucking out uneaten food and poop, and the water change. 2 hours or less. Look forward to that video. It's coming out soon. I'm working on 2 videos at the same time because these things are happening at the same time. So lots of cool things coming down the line. But that's what this live stream is about today, efficiency. You've seen the thumbnail, which I've dabbled around with the AI thumbnails a little bit. Let me know what you think about that. What have you guys done? I need to know what you guys have done to make anybody that has multiple aquariums. What have you guys done to make it more efficient, easier to do, so you're spending more time enjoying the fish, feeding your fish, getting to know your fish, being observant, which is a very good tool as a fish keeper to observe your fish and see how they're doing. What have you guys done to make your maintenance routine easier, faster, quicker? Now, some of us enjoy the work, as do I. There's another thing I could implement in this fish room to where I literally wouldn't have to do anything other than maybe suck out some uneaten food and poop. But I don't want to do that because I enjoy the work of this hobby. But I need to know, I need some feedback that might even give me more ideas of things you guys have done to make these things easier. Okay, Webbs is in. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Eyeball Pirate. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Where's the new tank? It's coming. It is coming, and that is one video I'm working on. The guy that's making the tank for me, I have him sending me video, and I'm putting them together, and it's going to be a start to finish. You guys are going to see this 375-gallon aquarium literally started from scratch to end, being built, getting it here, setting it up, getting it running, putting the fish in. That's on the way. Enjoys work, everything the manual way. Yeah. And I like manual labor too, Tommy, because it keeps you moving. With the technology and the AI, of course, the Aquatic News Network knows all about that. We've done videos on it. If you get to the point where you don't have to do anything but walk from one place to the other to go to the bathroom and eat, which could even not even have to do that, that's going to be a problem. An 80-year-old guy once told me back in the day when he needed his camp roof reshingled. We were on our way down there. We get down there, and this 80-year-old man's on top of his roof scraping his shingles. We got him down from there. We started the job. We finished the job. I said, "Hey, Henry, what are you doing, man? What are you doing up on that roof?" We were coming. He was impatient, kind of like me. And he looked at me and he was an old retired cop. And he said, "Let me tell you something, son. The day you sit down and you put the blanket on your legs is the day you die." And he always kept moving. Now, he did die some years back, but he was well into his 80s when that happened. What is this? I'll accept the risk. Whip's coming in. Hey, Whip, good to see you, buddy. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. No, it's a few years later. No, it's what's a few years later, June. So, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing to make your maintenance easier, faster, more efficient? It is the main focus of my channel. It always has been, sprinkled with some humor and a little bit of education, but mainly down to organizing your tools, getting rid of the waste. We're all, as fish keepers, we've got that one spot in the corner, that one cabinet drawer, or something where we have so much stuff that we collected we can't get rid of, because you never know when you're going to need, baby. Hey, I'm not going to throw that little plastic piece that came off of a fluval breeder box, because I might be able to glue that onto something and use it later, and we end up keeping it. Well, after about a year or so, if you still have these things laying around and you're not using them, get rid of them. Get rid of the waste. Only keep the tools you need, so you're not tripping over things, rifling through things, looking for things. You know exactly where it is. Keep it organized, kind of like I did back here with this situation. And it saves you more room, saves you more time, things like that. What have you guys done to make your fish rooms easier? Did you get my June? No, I haven't received anything yet, and I haven't sent you anything yet because I'm waiting for a package before I do that. I emailed you back asking you, is there a North Fin food that you like, June? Because Darius is sending me a package of food, and it should be arriving soon. And along with some other things, I'd like to send you some food. So let me know which one, which food you think you'd be interested in. It's 10 at night by me. Okay. 10 at night by you. It is 9 o'clock in the morning for me. I made it more efficient and easier giving everything away. Yeah, well, that's one way to do it. That's one way, getting out of the hobby, things like that, not have to worry about it anymore. Sure. But you will be setting up a new aquarium. I will get you an aquarium set up, and it will happen. My sister used to keep fish for a short time a while back. She got out of the hobby. Now she has her own house. So everyone in chat, we need to get Tara set up with keeping one aquarium, because Tara, we can set you up to where it's not a lot of work. 5 snap-on toolboxes are going away. Oh yeah, send me one, June. I need a new toolbox. I got too many tools. That's what I work with, tools for a living, have been for years. I got so many tools. My little Craftsman toolbox I've had for years is just maxed out. I got tools everywhere. Yeah, you need another one. We're going to set you up, man. The bigger, the better. What you need to get, Tara, is either a 125 or a 75. We're going to skip the littles and go right to the big. Maybe I didn't mail it yet. Oh, maybe. June, you're confusing me. Maybe I didn't mail it yet. Maybe you didn't. Okay. I live by that rule. We are in a tiny house. If we don't touch it in 6 months, it's trash. We're going, exactly. I have done nothing. I have piles of crap in various locations, including the 4-whip. We need to clean that up. We need to get organized. You're old enough to know. I don't have to tell you that when you're organized and you only keep the things you need and get rid of the waste, makes your life so much easier, and the fish room looks better and you feel better. You would like something for the angels? Okay, got you. Angel fish, not too big of a food. I got you covered. I build a spreadsheet that encompasses all tanks, filters, water changes, and it spreads out the maintenance over different days. This works for me really well. That's neat. And that's cool, Scotty. Scotty has went further. I don't even go to this depths. He's getting on Google Docs or whatever, making a spreadsheet on his computer, and it keeps them in line. It keeps them organized. I don't even do that. I just have a magnetically mounted whiteboard where I just write it down, erase it, write it down when I do it. Because when I do my aquariums, that's, in my opinion, this is efficient for me. It might not be efficient for everybody. Some people like to come home and do it a couple tanks through the week. So come weekend, they don't have to do anything but what they want to do. For me, I enjoy doing this on the weekend. That's the most time I have to do it. So I do all my tanks at once. And I like that because it gets them all on the same date. So when I write last time was done yesterday, it's on the board. I know every single tank in this fish room was done that day. And I'm good to go. Erase it, write it back up there and do it again. Filter maintenance, I have basically all my whiteboard consists of is the day I did my water changes and yearly when I clean my canister filters. That's it. If I am QTing a fish and I'm getting into medication, I do write that down so I don't forget when I have to do the next dose. And when I do that, I write down when I gave it and when the next day I have to dose again so I don't forget. Happy birthday to the daughter too. Whip commented on that video you put out. I have a chart somewhere. Still working on your system. I have loads. Tommy has loads of extra tanks. Yeah. Well, I need a big old toolbox, but I couldn't imagine what it would cost to ship that bad boy out. 2 words, Jesse, for a toolbox. Harbor Freight. Yeah, Harbor Freight in, but you know what, Tommy? I'm well versed in that situation. I've had some Harbor Freight, the service cart ones, the bigger drawer ones, but although the prices are still good, I can remember when you could go there and get a big old toolbox for something like $2,500, $3,000. Now they want $5,000 to $6,000. You can go get a Mac Tools for $5,000, $6,000 at this point, or a Snap One. I see Home Depot's bucket, but I could be wrong on that. Their prices probably went up too. I see a Home Depot bucket back there. Yes, sir. And there is holding chain. I use them both. And by the way, I guess I got to show this now that you're getting me on buckets. Branton light cap. And I have now keep in mind, people, I'm still researching this thing. I'm still feeling it out, getting a feel for it. But Branton did send me a Farm and Fleet white bucket in the mail. And in that bucket was a nice snipping of a Monstera plant. You can see the Monstera plant right here. For now, I did put it in a pot and dirt to grow it out so it gets fairly big. And once it does, I'll snip it off and put it in tanks. But I'm finally the proud owner of a Monstera plant. Thank you, Branton. But I'm not too sure if I'm proud of this yet. We'll see. Right now, I'm using it as a platform, right? I set it down like this, and I put my fan on top to blow on me when I'm talking to you guys because I get hot. But I certainly appreciate you, Branton. I'm thinking too hard. You're thinking too hard. What do you mean? About what? Hey, Jose, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Boom, boom, boom. Jesse, I am so much that guy who doesn't throw away through box or the plastic it came in just in case. Yeah, and that's okay. I get it. When I get a new whatever, I got boxes to different things that Higer sent me and stuff like that. But I did, and I talked about this. I think it was like, we'll say a month ago at this point. I came in here and I threw 3 garbage bags of crap out that I'm just not going to use and I don't want anymore. And up on my shelf is only the things I want to keep. Some extra hang in the back filters. You never know when you need some extra filtration. Lights, a couple little air pumps, my suction cups for lifting tanks, stuff like that. But I have now room on that shelf to store more things if I need to as they come. But yeah, I save stuff to a point, and then I get in that mode where everything's going to the garbage. I have begun to centralize all my tanks in the basement. I'm assuming near the sink and floor drain, trying to eliminate carrying as many buckets as I can through the area. Yeah, uh, Polly, you got to get away from the buckets, sir. Got to get away from the buckets. We got to get you out of this bucket mode. You just don't have to do it anymore. Unless you want the exercise and soon to be arthritis in your back, that's your choice. But what is the food in the cup? My bumblebees love it. Food in the cup. Food in the cup. Bumblebees. You talking about Mabuna? Roy, some of you have asked, oh, as you're in. Thanks, buddy. No, thank you, buddy. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me all the time. Anyone interested in who was following Skeptical Aquatic? Oh, okay. Okay. I was wondering where he went. I think he got hacked or something, had a hard time coming back. Normally, if I'm doing tank maintenance, I hook a submersible pump up into the tank, pump 50% of the water out, and get a bucket, put it under the tap water, under the tap, but the pump in the bucket, pump back in. Webbs, I'm assuming you have smaller tanks then, because a 5-gallon bucket would do a 10-gallon tanks and most of a 20. So I'm assuming that's what you do there, which is great. That works. Yes, Jose, just very thanks for the concern. It's not heavy when you remove all the tools. Yes. Oh yeah, by far they're a lot lighter, but they're still depending on the size of the toolbox. Them things are still heavy. We've moved them around to different shops, and last I heard, Jose, you were in the ER. Hope everybody. Jose was in the ER. Yeah, I got them loads. Bucket. Daniel knows. Daniel knows what's up. Were you in the Jose? Were you in the ER? Way to go, Pete Tag got him started on the buckets again. $1,825 for Harbor Freight, $6,525,000 for Snap-on, huge price. Oh, absolutely, that's big. Yeah, but I remember when you could buy years ago, you could buy a Mac bottom box, and it was about $5,000, but that's going back a long time, like early 2000s. I don't like sharing my tank tools. Each tank is an island. Each tank is an island. Breathe. It's just neat how everybody has their own, like June here. Everybody got their own little ways of doing things that works for them and what's acceptable to them and how they like to do things. And there is nothing wrong with that because everybody's maintenance, everybody's tanks, everybody's situations are different. So whatever works for you, that's what you do. Harbor Freight has not been performing Snap-on tools as well, by the way. So Harbor Freight has been outperforming Snap-on tools. That's debatable, Tommy. That is debatable. I watch a lot of tool videos and things like that. And although you are right, a lot of those tools are doing just as good. I can give you a generator example. I have a Harbor Freight generator here. The biggest they had in the store at the time was about $1,000, everything out the door. And I think $1,000. That's with the wheel kit, the battery, and the generator. And I have been using it on and off for years. Before I did it, I got it. We did a lot of research, and they were comparing it to. I mean, you're talking about crazy thousands and thousands of reviews on this thing. And what they found out is it had like a 5-star. And we went ahead and got it, and I've been using it, and I have no complaints with it. It runs great. Predator engine and all that. They're comparing this thing to the Honda generators that are double the price. As long as you take care of these generators, it'll last you forever. What I mean by that is if you have to use it, which I've had to use it a few times over the years, if you're not using it, they recommend running it for 30 minutes every 3 months. When you're done, you need to drain the gas out because if the gas stays in the engine, the carburetor, or whatever the situation is, gas will tarnish, gum it up, and when you need it for an emergency, it ain't going to work. So as long as you take these steps and you run it, keep it going, make sure the oil's good, do your oil changes in it as needed, they'll last you. Knock on wood, that's been a great little generator. I can plug it in. I bring it out here. I plug it in. I got a generator outlet that's piped right into my panel, and turn all the breakers off. Only turn on what I need. Fish room being one, refrigerator being another. I can actually run my AC unit off it too if I need to, and it has served us well. So yeah, Harbor Freight's come a long way. They're doing some good things. Sorry I had to let dogs out. Hey, Christine, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. I got my coffee here. But you're right, Tommy. But there is some caveats to that. I mean, batteries. You're not going to beat my tool brand's DeWalt. I love my DeWalts. And for me at this point to change a tool brand just for, even if it is a better quality, is ridiculous, because I have all the batteries and all the chargers. If I need a new tool, I can go buy the bare tool only at a cheaper cost, and I don't need the batteries and chargers because I got plenty of them. So for me, it's silly to change brands at this point. I've always liked DeWalt. I don't have a problem with DeWalt. They're my favorite. And I got 3 of the tools in here now. My one friend has been using buckets for almost a year now after starting the hobby. I don't get it. Yeah, we can get rid of the buckets. Where yes, my 9-year-old daughter had some symptoms that looked a lot like whatever the heck that is, also known as, oh yeah, foot to mouth to hand to elbow to toe disease, right? She is better. Well, I'm glad to hear she got better, Jose. Yeah, absolutely. Super good. I didn't know about that. Blaine's is a local small-ish tractor supply type company. Okay. Originally owned by the Blaine brothers, but they had a falling out and split the stores. Some are Farm and Fleet, and some are Fleet and Farm. Are you serious? They just reversed the names? I'm just starting out just so I'm gradually phasing out the buckets as I learn from you guys. Yeah, man, even get you a Python. Python going to save you so much time. Save you so much time just to get a Python. And soon when I get this video done, you might want to think about this little setup I did too. Even more time saved. It's amazing. I'll leave it at this. And I'm not going to say any more about my new project that saves me a ton of times on water changes. It's amazing how much time you can save simply by cutting out moving the Python to each tank. Cut that out, you wouldn't believe how that time saved adds up. Buckets are for decor or substrate. White buckets are for fish viewing, and that is true. The white, the brighter the bucket, you got a fish in there. Maybe you're using the bucket to QT them. You can see them a lot better. Last time lost her toenails. Part of it probably got at a summer camp. She is good. Okay, wow. I didn't know that was that serious of a thing there. Your pothos are, oh, thank you. You know, I'm super excited about this too, Eyeball, because not long ago, I strung those up. I'm going to say 3 weeks ago, I moved them over, and now they have already gone beyond that. So, and here's another tip for you guys for efficiency and making the fish room easier. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something. Cecil ain't in here. He's my Python brother. Wall anchors. Any homeowner that's been owning a home long enough knows that these wall anchors are absolute garbage. Look at that Elgato Mark III cam picking this up like it ain't nothing. These plastic anchors, when you cannot go into a stud in your house in the drywall, are garbage. They always fail or come out. Don't tighten up. And I'll start going back to Skeptical's live streams when he starts coming into mine. And I'll say it right to his face. I like Skeptical. He's a good dude. But anyways, I'm going to show you the superior wall anchor. And it is the only wall anchor you should be using, because when you use these wall anchors, you're not going to do rework. They're going to work every time. Why is it not opening? I'm about to get mad. About to flip out. Now I need a knife. These are what you want to use. See that? This kit has the bigger and the small ones. I'll grab a big one. These are the best wall anchors in the world. And what I do is when I'm hooking, making, as these pothos grow, this work has actually become quite frequent, where I've got to put the hooks up there to support them because I want them to crawl over where I want them to go. These wall anchors, ceiling, wall, they go in, they don't come out. And as a matter of fact, some of the heavier things that I've had to hang, I would go ahead and put Gorilla Glue around the threads of this and then put it in. You're not getting that back out. It's as strong as dang near putting them into a stud. That's the wall anchors you want to use. And then what I do is I get these hooks and I screw into that wall anchor, and I can take these pothos and anything else I want to hang all day long, anywhere they want to go. It's not coming down. So that's a little tip trick for you if you didn't know it. I was just talking about you not long ago, Branton. Good to see you, buddy. Probably going to have to leave and go get another cup of coffee. My throat's already getting dry. And if you guys didn't see the beginning of this live stream, it was hilarious. Make sure you share it out, cut a clip, put it in a short form. This is what you get when you come to Salience live streams. Share it out. Let's get that name out there. Yeah, Branton, I was just talking about your buckets you sent me and the plant, the Monstera plant. How's the pump doing? Did you get it running, Branton? Jesse, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. Good to hear, it's all good. I got students occasionally with that disease. June, they open at 10. Boom, 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 boom. I love being behind on chat. I love when there's this many people in here and you guys are chatting and I can't catch up. I love it. Uh-oh, there's Eric Faircloth. Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. This is my buddy from work. He's my team leader. Good to see you, buddy. Coming over from Facebook. Let's see here. Joe, I'll send you that number. I'm trying to see you guys commenting on my dang wall anchors. Cecil, there's Cecil. Good to see you, buddy. That's my potho, bro. We're saying hi. Let me get down here. Snap-on has that replacement for free thing. Harbor Freight has an anchor. I don't know. Snap-on has that. I get you what you're saying there, June. Oh, I don't know if Harbor Freight does the. I don't know if they do that replacement thing like Craftsman always have done. Joe, get me the number for Tommy. Give him mine so I can 3 a.m. and breathe heavy on the phone. Lurking and listening as I do water changes, filter socks from the cichlid tank. Very cool. That's cool, Scotty. Hey, Jody P. Jody Mother effing P is in the house. She's come to join us today. She must have taken a break from welding, mowing, cutting trees down, taking care of seniors, 16 water changes, and baking a cake because she did all that. And now she's here. She did all that in 5 hours. She's been up since 2 a.m. Harbor Freight has a lifetime warranty on hand tools. Okay. Yeah, we don't do the bucket brand. Yeah, you got to get, sweet Polly, you got to get rid of the buckets. If you don't get rid of the buckets, we're going to disown you. That's just the way it's going to be. Fleet and Farm up here. Eric, I got a python for you. What kind of python? Not the snake. Don't need a snake running around here now. And you would do that. Sweet. Christine's messing up her emojis. Is June pocket modding by accidentals? Why you say that? Oh, you hit prodigal? We got to unhide prodigal. You hit Dawn. Oops. Oh, come on. Zini says I buffer my aquariums now so I can leave them for longer without pH crashing. It's not exactly maintenance directly, but it doesn't ping pong pH anymore when I leave it alone. Exactly, Z. And you should never chase pH. 9 times out of 10, your fish were raised in a fish farm. They haven't never seen their native environment. Now, does that, you can argue, does that change thousands or millions of years of genetic code? No, it does not. As a prime example, African cichlids. All my cichlids came from the store, but I do add cichlid lake salt in there every time I do a water change. I do raise and buffer the pH in that aquarium naturally using crushed coral, and there's a bunch of Texas holy rock in there. Anything limestone is going to raise and buffer your pH naturally, which is what you want to do. You never want to use chemicals. However, there is one second best thing you can do to doing it naturally with limestone. That is this. Do this as a second best alternative. Do not buy the upper and downer pHs. That'll cause more harm. You're better off just leaving it alone. But if you absolutely need to raise it up and you don't have access to crushed coral, you can do many things with crushed coral. You can put it in a sack. You can put it in the filter. You can use it as a substrate. But when you put crushed coral in a substrate, as a whole substrate, in a couple of years or so, when it's exhausted, now you got a whole layer of substrate you got to change. Don't like it. When you put it in a sack and you put it in a filter, it gets exhausted faster because you're running water through it. So it doesn't last as long. I have found the best way to use crushed coral. I'm putting some in this tank behind me to get the pH up for my goldfish and such, is to put it in a sack and just set it on the substrate behind a rock, under rocks. That way, when it's exhausted, all you got to do is lift it up out and put a new one in. You're good to go. On that note, also, when you're dealing with crushed coral, very white and milky, very filthy, give it a very good rinse. And when you put it in the aquarium or take it out, do it slowly. That will cause a whiteout in your aquariums. But this stuff is a decent second best way because it raises and buffers your pH as well. It doesn't go up and down. It does it slowly. So this is my second option when I need it. Trash. What's trash? Those anchors are great for sheetrock. Heck yeah, that's right. Those are the best, Jose. 300 pounds per anchor for those amazing anchors. You got it. Now we're into the anchor thing. Nightbot going to work. Yep, I incorporated the Nightbot back in here. Neon Day Gecko's eyeball. Okay, we're talking about. And if you've seen my new video at the beginning, I talked about Higer's new rewards program. Want to check that out. Been breeding them for a while. I haven't gotten it running yet. Ideally, it's just going to be a backup. Okay. Cool, Brenton. Oh, man, why didn't Don come back? Prodigal, there he is. Because he muted, maybe. So he's back now, right? Okay, comment now. Daniel, our orchid dropped its leaves a few months back. We repotted it, and now it's growing a new leaf. I'm hoping to get a flower shoot soon. It's going to be purple and white accents. That's cool, Daniel. Yeah, I'm excited. Brant tells me that I've always wanted monsteras because it is a terrestrial plant that you can put in an aquarium. They get big. I love the way they look. He sent me one. It's a snippet. Don't have the roots. So per his direction and instruction, I did pot it and put it in dirt. And once it starts taking off And in here it gets lots of light. I just turn my main lights off for the live stream because I think it looks better. But when I'm done, I'll turn them back on so it gets plenty of light in here. Water it as needed. I saw this large pot of pothos in my neighborhood. With that one, will have a huge head start. Taking the pothos plunge they just took. Dang, yeah, you got it. They're great, and they make the fish room look so much more natural and nice, and they have lots of benefits for your water quality. Can't beat it. Got to do it. Pothos should be a requirement. I'm behind. I love all this chat. I'm never this far behind. Jose, it would be wouldn't be me to worry about that for that call. The wife is who you'd fear for that one. I'm trying to get rid of the buckets. I promise. Okay. All right. Make sure you get rid. But I'm going to need some people to keep up on this with Sweet Polly. We're going to make sure he's getting rid of the buckets. If he's not, we're going to have to have an intervention. We're going to have to get together. We're going to have to go to his house and sit him down. And if we have to beat him with a milking hose, that's the way it is. I like the thumbnail, by the way. It's bright, clean, shows exactly what you are conveying, not overdone. And thank the YT gods. No YouTube face. Y'all got to stop with the open mouth thumbnails. That generation is gone. Yeah. You want to raise your pH is what limestone does? Yeah, limestone. Texas Holy Rock and crushed coral is basically limestone. And how that works is the higher the, or what is it? The lower the pH, it reacts with the limestone that helps raise it naturally. And it's only going to raise as much as needed dependent on the level of your current pH in your aquarium. So that's why it's nice, because it does it naturally, slowly, and buffers it and keeps it there. Any limestone, Texas Holy Rocks is limestone, crushed coral, bunch of limestone, right? It's going to raise and buffer your pH naturally. No chemicals, no powders. Yeah, before I had to just change water regularly to keep the pH in range. Now I can leave it much longer. Right. In fact, if someone does open a mouth of the thumbnail, don't watch it so they learn their lesson. I missed the stream. I thought I would be able to listen in, but work is too crazy. We'll have to catch you later. All right, Wally, that's all good, buddy. I appreciate you, my friend. Our friend from Africa. My fish rooms are dark. Vampires don't like the sun. Well, you know what, June saying, I've noticed, and the only reason why I add these in is to get my pothos growing in it, which really has helped these pothos a lot. And for videos, but it was counteractive with the videos because I get way too much reflection. So when I'm making a video, a lot of times I'll only turn on a couple lights because they're on pull chains. I got them from Walmart. I got a video on that. I can select where I want the lighting or not, but these lights are massively, massively helping these pothos grow like crazy. Before I had these lights, it was so slow. Now up there growing like weeds. They'll tell you pothos don't need light to grow, and they're right. They don't. But if you add light, you're going to see quite a bit of difference. That's coming from straight up experience. But also, I think the fish room looks better when it's darker like this because the aquariums pop out and not everything else around it. Tommy, I will tell here is me, and I'll ask you to that. That's going to be funny. Oh, it's like the old Scream movie or something. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you, Tim, and the thumbs like with the thumbs and the thing and the stuff. It's free. How deep did you plan, Jose? Hello, Jesse. I think you nailed it. Iron Ram Fish Company. We know who that is. Good to see you, buddy. Morning, everyone. I'm listening and working. Sounds good, my friend. Appreciate you. You want to lower your pH? Lowering your pH can be a little tough, but I don't recommend using powder or chemicals to do it. One way to lower your pH is put a bunch of driftwood in there. Driftwood will lower pH. There's probably other ways you can do it. I'm assuming how driftwood lowers pH is the tannins. So you could buy probably liquid tannins and put in there to help lower the pH. I can't remember the other tricks, but the one that stands out to me the most to help lower your pH is to use wood, driftwood, things like that. Maybe some other people in here can help figure out how to lower the pH so it doesn't dramatically change and harm your fish. Jim's in here. or Jim's Fish. Roy Baker, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Jesse, the only reason I don't have a python is I like to age my water in a barrel before adding it to aquarium, so I don't need to chlorinate. Oh yeah, absolutely. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. That is a great trick, a natural way. It's also a cost saver. That's efficient. That's what this stream is about. We're talking about efficiency, making things easier, saving money. You don't need a dechlorinator if you fill, prime example, 32-gallon brute garbage can. You can fill that bad boy up and let it sit and not have to add nothing to it. The only thing I do suggest is throwing an air pump and an air stone in there to keep the water circulating, moving around so it doesn't get stagnant, which will only further help gas it off. And it'll dechlorinate in what I think they say 24 hours or less. And then you can do your water changes. So that's absolutely a good way to do it. I'm told you could use vitamin C as a way to dechlorinate water, and that also adds vitamins in the water for your fish and your plants. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, your package is coming. June, bear with me, and Mel over at Fishcapades, I owe her something, but it's coming. Texas Holy Rock limestone dolomite, right? Jose coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Jose. I can't thank you enough. I like to do, anytime someone sends me a super chat, I like to make a little bit of a performance out of it because that's how much I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you, Jose. I'll think of something. Not going to add tannins. I agree. I don't like tannins either, although they're very beneficial for the aquarium and the fish. I don't like the dark tea water myself. Now, here is a new name. Hi, need help. A family member brought home goldfish from the fair. What do I do while getting supplies to get it out? While getting supplies to get it out of the bag. Very cool. I actually have a video on this. And what's even more neat, Quill, is the lady, I think it was a lady who commented on that video, said this was super helpful. Thank you. I got a couple videos, and the title of those videos are When You Win a Goldfish from a Fair. So if you get on my my channel, you can rewatch those videos, but for now, we can help you right now. Brought home a goldfish from a fair. What do I do while getting supplies to get it out of the bag? So what you want to do, I'm assuming you're going to get a tank. You need a tank and things like that, all that stuff. You're going to want to move quick because the guy, we got to get him out of the bag. What you want to do is when you get the tank, you want to get a dechlorinator. If you're going to Walmart, I don't know where you're going, or PetSmart, I need to know that information as well. But if you're going there, you need to get a dechlorinator. You're going to fill the tank up. You're going to dechlorinate the water while you're filling it up. And that dechlorinator will make it so you can instantly add the fish. Now, however, what you need to understand is you have a tank that's not cycled. This tank is going to go through a cycle. So in my opinion, being in your case, you have to put this fish in this tank as soon as you can. So fill the tank up, get your filter going, have the dechlorinator already in there. And then, but you're going to want to get a dechlorinator that is going to detoxify ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate, because your cycle is going to start every time this fish breathes and poops. It's feeding the ammonia, which is going to feed the cycle, and it's going to start. Your ammonia is going to go up, it's going to come down. Your nitrite is going to go up, it's going to come down, and then your nitrates are going to go up, and you're going to have a certain amount of nitrates, but that's where you want to be. Once you see nitrates, your tank is cycled, but it is a weak cycled tank. It is not mature. It is not strong. So you are going to need a dechlorinator like Prime, Seachem Prime, Fritz Complete at Walmart. I believe it's API. API sells one now that'll do the same thing, where it does detoxify them. It doesn't remove these harmful toxins from the tank. It just detoxifies them, making it safe for the fish until the cycle completes. So you can add the fish, but you got to take these steps or it will die not long after. Peat moss is good at lowering pH. Journey can put a pair of lights in the floated. Okay, peat moss. Hey, Vinoski, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you coming in. June, agree with you. Don't like tannins. Boil the heck out of the wood. Yeah, but sometimes, Jose, you can't boil it because I got like this huge piece of driftwood I have. I literally have nothing I can soak it. So I'm just going to be hitting it with the pressure washer and cleaning it. But yeah, you can definitely boil it. Jesse, how deep did you plant the monstera? I didn't go too deep. My wife was helping me with that, Branton. It's in the dirt a little bit, but I didn't like bury it. You know what I mean? That was itchy anus dance and can't scratch. Anything for you, Jose? Uh-oh. Jude loves turtles. Jude comes in with a $4.90 freaking 9 super chat. Talking about driftwood. Jude. That's that big piece of driftwood right here. Thank you, June. Appreciate you. She says she loves turtles, but she cannot stand how messy they are. I don't know which one you shared there, P-Tag. Is that my goldfish one? Daniel says, accept the tannins, add dried leaves and other botanicals to help lower pH. Indian almond leaves, right? Like Fritz's Nature Box, are cheap and work really well. But I use at least 4 to 5 types of leaves at the bottom. Okay. Thank you, P-Tag. Appreciate that mod work there, P-Tag. Hello, Jesse. This is Bethany. Jose, I am feeling better. Great. I'm super glad you're feeling better, and it's good to hear from you. I didn't know any of that was going on, so super glad that you're okay. But let's keep the foot, the mouth, the hand, the elbow, the toe, the knee disease down there, over there with the devil, because we don't need it. It's out of here. It's gone. Thanks so much. Just want to give the guy a fighting chance. Wish people wouldn't prize out goldfish. You got it, Quill. Appreciate you. And if you need any help, by all means, I have a Discord. If you go to my channel, it's one of the links. You can go in there. You can join it. It's going to port you right in. It's going to bring you over. You can private message me on there, and I can help you anytime with anything else. I love the tannins. I put Rooibos tea prodigal. I'm going to need you. Okay, here's the deal. Tommy knows this. I don't like big words that I don't understand. So I don't know what that is. So you're going to have to like help me understand what Rooibos tea is. I'd never heard of it before we go any further with that conversation. Leaves will not lower pH if you don't have any sort of KH. And that's a good point, Branton. Yeah. Very good point. Remember to, yes, I meant to say that and I forgot. Thank you, Tommy. Quill, you got to get a test kit, or otherwise you're not going to know what your water's doing during this time. You got to know when to add that dechlorinator that's going to detoxify these things, but it will get you through the cycle. The fish will get through it safely. And I appreciate what you're doing, by the way. You want a goldfish, you're taking care of it. Appreciate what you're doing. Coming in asking questions so he's safe. I would never look at driftwood the same, Jesse. Okay, the driftwood show was the first lap of the day. Gotcha, Christian B. I got my first turtle at a fair. My mom was pissed, so I got a new one every year. Excuse me. June. Nightbot coming in, sharing a Northfin link. If you want high quality food, the best you can get, you definitely want to click on that and get it from Northfin or get it from me, because I do constant giveaways. I have a package coming. Look forward to that. High quality food. Slim Tim's out doing water changes. Appreciate you, buddy. That's all right. I did all my water changes yesterday in 2 hours. And the only reason why it took 2 hours is because I was trying out my new system. Oh my God, Tim. Wait till you get this video. Wait till this video comes out. Red Bush tea is another name. No caffeine. I never heard of that. No, of course you wouldn't want caffeine. Could you imagine putting tea in an aquarium that had caffeine in it? Would it kill the fish or would it get them all jacked up? Thank you for sharing that, Branton. doing that mod work. Tannins are those in the dark side. We'll use the force to keep the dark side away. Yeah, that's true, Jose. It is the dark side. You got your betas, and you can get that Fritz Nature box and create that dark water tank. Supposedly good for them. Not a fan. By the way, I've tried it 2 different times. The Fritz Nature box, not a fan of it. Doesn't last long. The leaves go away very quickly. Not a fan of the Fritz Nature box. Jesse, if the YouTube thing frizzles out, you can always go on OnlyFans with that driftwood. That's true, Paul. Sweet Polly. That's true. That's true. That's something I might think about. Good. I am at the bottom of the chat. The driftwood had both chances. The driftwood had both dances. Laughing more of the driftwood. Yes, the driftwood did have both dances. This is way. So I'm loving all this chat. We've had 30 to 32 people in here, which is higher than normal. Super excited about that. Love when you guys come here and talk crazy and get into things and have some fun with me on Saturday morning. Jesse, where did you take your mic? Oh, I took that over to Rage. I've been hanging out with Billy Q-Stick over there for a little while. Something different. Not getting on as much. But I got my second over there. That monkey still. So just haven't get on as much. Shop botanicals on Amazon. You get way more for better deals on order in larger sizes because you get more for your money. I think the Fritz Nature box is overpriced. I agree, Daniel, and I don't like it. I don't think it lasts very long, so it doesn't have to check that out. Caffeine makes fish jittery, causing more toxicity waste, but I think loads of leaves with trace amounts of caffeine. Yeah, I don't, humans are obviously different animals, especially I like how they say aquatic, but caffeine in small amounts is good for you, as with anything. Chocolate. Can you send me an invite to the clan? This one is boring. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I'm a mod, or not a mod. What am I calling? What you call it? The names escape me. Yeah, I will do, but I'm not on there very much. But that clan is a lot more active. I got 100 Indian almond leaves for $20 on Amazon. Wow. Oh, jeez. Hope that wasn't loud in the mic. Yeah, that's a lot. There is Masha. Appreciate you, Masha. Mayhem and Miracles. I've talked about her before, and I'm going to do it again because sometimes we want to hear it and we don't want to see it. If you've ever been on TikTok, you have grow groups that you can get on there to help grow your channel. She does that for the YouTube world, among other things. She's a super supportive woman. She helps everybody. She's always sharing out us when we go live. So if you want to help grow your channel and you want to help grow her channel and help everybody out in a big, massive YouTube grow out, you want to subscribe to Mayhem and Miracles. Go say hello to her where she's on, because she's smart. She's witty. She remembers names. She remembers who you are, and she helps us all out. So can't thank you enough. Appreciate your support. Oh, thank you, P-Tag, throwing in them videos, top 10 fish keeping tips. 18 likes and 25 viewers. That's right. Oak leaves work great from your yard as long as you're not polluting our entire planet by spraying, pesticides on it. Hit the like. I got my botanicals from KJE. Okay. I don't buy botanicals. I just bought those Fritz Nature box to try it out. At the time, I did have some betas, and a couple times I've used it, I just was not impressed. Did Billy stop being pushy and bossy? Yeah, he's not. He's just not on there as much either anymore. He's chilled out, I think. And that was my original clan when I first started this thing. So yeah, we'll go to. I'll send you the link. Be careful of some botanical sellers. I've caught some selling bulk potpourri and relabeling, which you do not want. It will foul your tank. Got you, Tommy. That's some good information. Hey, people will do anything to make a buck for as cheap as possible. If you can take potpourri and rebrand it and sell it as something like that, yeah, I mean, that's what you call a scam, my friend. Definitely still steer clear of that. The Oscars love to toss botanicals around. Yeah, I love the Oscars. They're so fun. They like to toss a lot of things. My big boy back here was crabby yesterday. Ain't in a bad mood. Ow, things like that. Tim, give me a stop sign if you don't mind. I'll be back. I got to go get some coffee. Don't you guys go anywhere. Really having fun this Saturday morning. Got some more things to talk about. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back. I got to get coffee. I'm getting a dry throat. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Put seal on this door. Now it's hard to open. Damn it. Coffee's brewing. Hurt my arm in that one, maybe. You didn't see that. Didn't happen. Thank you for the stop signs. Appreciate that. You guys are the best. Ooh, look at Brant coming in with the actual stop signs. Any saltwater peeps in here? I got a 3-pound instant ocean for free. You pay for shipping. That sounds like a good deal to me, but I do want to set up a saltwater tank. I have bad kitties. Botanical collecting is another aspect of fish keeping that I love. Lotus flower seed pods are my favorite. Yeah, oh, cool. And I'll take your word. I'm not an expert in botanicals. I have used some, like I said, but I am not an expert by any means. Tommy, by the way, finally, don't say anything on this video, Tommy. You already know what I got going on, but the fume smell in the fish room has finally went away. It took a week, though. It took a week. Finally can relax a bit. Filling the cichlid tank back up. Maintenance will be complete for the day. Very cool. Great for putting glass jars too. Yeah. What cichlids? Okay, I'll be right back. My coffee's done. And I got to talk to you about something else. So don't go anywhere. Hey, who's talking about tiger barbs? It is bird safe again, Mr. Tommy. Silicone is going to be stinking real soon. Hubby will lose his mind. Yeah, June, man, silicone is nasty, vinegary, but I like it. Just like gasoline. I like the smell of gas. It's one of those things, like a Sharpie, things like that, like a Sharpie. You know what I'm talking about. Our tiger barbs and loaches interact with the botanical a lot. The angelfish and tetras not as much. They will pick up things occasionally, but tiger barbs and the loaches are always digging around. I got you on that. I like tiger barbs. You guys know. Favorite fish. Got to get some more. I need some female tiger barbs, people. I need some female tiger barbs. I want them to have babies. So if anybody has any female tiger barbs, message me on Discord. If you have my number, text me. I will pay for you to ship them to me. And if you want some money for them, let me know. I need some. I'd rather support you guys. I was supposed to go with Mark down to the Brazos this morning, but we are way too worn out. My body feels incredibly old today. Why is that, Tommy? Just getting beat up in the sun, my friend? Who's complaining, Tommy? Boom powder. I love Sharpie markers. I sift them all. Well, easy does it. Easy does it. So what I want to talk to you guys about, as I said, Darius is sending me a package of Northfin food. So we're going to be doing some giveaways. But in these giveaways, I am going to be sending some stickers out with these giveaways. I have my own, of course, of fish punks. I'm going to be putting those in. But let me explain what I ended up with. Jody P's off to work. Thanks for the stream and have a great one. You too, Jody P. Thank you. The flavored ones smell good. Man, I have purchased all seasons of the Fish Punk stickers. Brought to you by Outside In Aquatics. That is patent. You cannot use Fish Punk. Whatever. Anyways. Well, I've got doubles, triples in some cases. You know how it works. I've got all of these. Jesus. God, I'm going to drop again. I got a stack of doubles and triples I don't need like that. So I'm going to throw some of these in too. So when I do the giveaway, if anybody wants an in particular Fish Punk card, you're going to get mine automatic. Because I do think that's like one of the real high value ones or something. I don't know. That's what I heard, but I'll tell you what I have. Message me through Discord, email me, however you can do it, and let me know which one you would like, and I will add that in if I have it, because I've got to give these away. They're sitting here doing nothing, such as this. You get it. Yes, I got something coming for you. I got to send that along with your gift. God. I'll tell you what the problem is. Time's going too fast. And I got to tell you another thing. I am bummed out about the death of Hulk Hogan. I am bummed out about it. Now my feed's filled with it because I'm watching this stuff. He was a childhood hero of mine. It is disheartening. I'm bummed out about this. Ozzy Osbourne was cool, but I really didn't, I wasn't into him. But Hulk Hogan, that one hurt. That one hurt. Outside In Aquatic for all your fish room punk cards needs. You got it, Daniel. Crafting Budgie Bumma. Hi, everyone. New sub. Hey, Crafting. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Budgie, so you got the birds. We got the birds. We've got a cockatiel and a Quaker parrot. The Quaker parrot stays next to me, but a little bird room for her. Budgies are cute. Yeah, definitely, Tim, definitely. I'm bummed out about that. I put the trading cards in a binder with those sleeves. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Not me. I stick mine on my door right here. They're on this door. I use them. I like my stickers. If you want to hear our big school of 20 tiger barbs and 6 green tiger bars, I put up a couple of new shorts and white tee. If you want to see them sailing, I got a good one. Oh yeah. I love when they fight, Daniel, and I got some videos of mine doing that too. Definitely going to check that out. You've now got 9 you've now got 9 budgie over here. 9 budgies. That's cool. I like birds. There's something. The stickers I made into magnets, and that's handy, June. Talk about handy, because I don't know how many times with all the stickers I've received, I've had to peel them off and move them due to changes. So nice if they were magnetic. It probably cost a lot more, but that's something Kyle might want to think about over at Outside In Aquatics and turning his stickers into magnetic instead. Cecil was really bummed out about Spotty. He was my favorite singer. Yeah, it's definitely bummed out. Sure, absolutely. For me, it was Hulk. I was a kid. I had his action figures in the ring, and we wrestled, and I grew up with him. So for me, it was for Cecil, it's Ozzy. For me, it's Hulk. Dana says Eco Tank 420 is our YouTube handle. or my name. We just like documenting our tanks and guinea pigs and sharing them with everyone. That's cool, Daniel. Let me see. Eco Tank 420. Yeah, Tommy just got a African Gray. I didn't think Aussie Farewell was this. Yeah. Let me get on here. Let me search Eco Tank 420. Daniel. Yeah, I'm already subscribed to you, buddy. Just making sure, because YouTube will remove that sub sometimes if you don't keep checking. I met Hulk and Mankind in the Stratosphere in Vegas. Really cool guys. Yeah. I can remember my uncle took me and my sister to the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh, and we got to watch him wrestle. I'm pretty sure that was the night he slammed Andre the Giant. Tara, if I'm not mistaken, maybe you remember, but I distinctly remember standing up and watching that man slam him. I think we were there on that night. I was about Hulk and Ozzy. I'm a big Sabbath fan. I was sad about Hulk. Yeah, me too. Oh, nice aquatic. I'm a birdie lover as well. Wildlife animals too. Yeah, you're in the right place, Budgie Mama. I'm just gonna call you Budgie if that's okay with you. Yeah, I was there. I think me and my sister were there. My uncle took us over there, Civic Arena, Pittsburgh, and never forget it. Anyone else waiting for a third? Yeah, well, there already has a Theo from what's the dang show called? Theo. He was only like in his 50s or something. Theo died. Theo death. Dang it. Theo's death. What was the show he was on? Help me out. What was that show he was on? Cosby. He died. Him, Ozzy, and Hulk. Malcolm Jamal. Yeah. Budgie's fine. Okay. That was an epic match. Oh, I loved it. Now, I was always a wrestling fan. I wasn't into it like, say, Alex Cardinale is. I don't get into it that deep, but I was definitely into it. Had the action figures, loved it. For me, when it ended in the Goldberg area, Goldberg ended up to be my number one favorite wrestler. And once he started getting older and slowing down and now out, I don't like the new stuff. I'm not a fan of the new stuff. I'm really not. The golden age was the Hogans, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. Anything after that, I don't like any of it anymore. Always in threes. That's what they say. What's your advice for accurate test readings using the API Master Test Kit? Accurate test readings? I mean, as far as using the test itself, the proper way to use it, I'm assuming webs. We live on a small homestead filled with birds. We absolutely love them. We are bird people before fish people. Also, absolutely the wildlife. The main focus of this channel and Jesse is a huge part of the channel. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely need to add the birds into the show, Tommy. I went to the stadium to watch wrestling. The fans were the best part. Yeah. Tim's wrestling for life. I loved it when they started NW. Yeah, the NWO. Rikishi always slamming his butt into it. Yeah. Jake the Snake, Junkyard Dog. Why his name escaped me. 2x4. Oh. I can't believe his name escaped me right now. Oh, 2x4. Roddy Piper. What would Branton do? Yeah, Rikishi. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Thank you, Scotty. And sweet. Yeah. Moondog Maine, the Von Braun brothers. Yeah. All of them. Duncan, Sting, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. What was the two? What was the two brothers that wore the red and they were a tag team? They had spikes coming off of their shoulder pads. Who were they? That was the good times. I don't like the new stuff. Razor Ramon. Yep, the Razor's Edge. Let's do that to people. The Road Warriors. Big Papa Pump. Yeah. All these guys. My aunt had a thing for wrestlers. Yeah, the Road Warriors. That's who it was. Yeah. What a bunch of characters and what a good time. I had the little rings and the figures, and we used to wrestle in high school. We'd set up mats, and heck, we were power bombing people off people's the roof of people's houses onto a big mat like we took from a gym. Yeah, ain't that crazy? I was thinking that same thing, Christine. He's all tore up about his death too. I just can't believe it. But as his life, you never know when it can happen. Never know when your number's up. But still, I just Hulk Hogan was like this larger than the life guy. This your hero, and it just when it finally comes to an end, it's just still shocking. I think especially when you grow up with the man. Matches on trampolines, you bet. Yeah, I had a good time. Good time wrestling. Some of the stupid stuff we did. Oh yeah, they're horrible actors. they're horrible actors. I don't even think The Rock's a good actor. Dwayne Johnson. I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think he's that good of an actor. Hardy Boys. Remember Jimmy Fly Snuka? Super Jimmy Fly Snuka. Macho Man, we can't forget him. There's a clip out there I love. It's called Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's Cup of Coffee in the Big Time. Oh, yeah. That is hilarious. Look it up on YouTube. No, he's bad. They write his movies just for him to lift that eyebrow. Yeah, he's not a good actor. He's very the Fast and Furious is just no good. When the Hardy Boys were wrestling with Lita, yeah, that was my favorite. I got you. I didn't know Christine was into wrestling like that. That's cool. I called it the man's soap opera back in the day, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. Go into Goldberg. Goldberg, he might not have been the actual good wrestler, but the character he had I loved it. And he ended up to be my favorite. Him and Hulk Hogan, there was a lot that I liked, but Goldberg and Hogan were my two favorite. Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. Steiner Bros. I like Big Papa Pump. I did like Papa Pump. Scotty Steiner. That was good times, good watches. Certainly enjoyed it. So, as I said, getting a little off track. That's fine. I like talking about other things too. Going to be putting these in with giveaways. Morphin Foods coming. June, I'm going to be sending you a package. Fish Capades mail. If she hears this, I haven't forgot about you. But yeah, super excited about some stuff I've added in here, and I'm working on a video with that. At the same time, I'm working on a video of the 375. 2 things at once. 3 things actually, because I got to do some Aquatic News Network segments and get that taken care of. I don't know if you can see it. You see back here? Right here, my wife got a towel holder. Now, she wanted one for the house, but she wants a black one, so she gave me this one. And that's where I keep all my towels on the wall. Organized, only the amount that I need. Up off the floor, not taking up any space. Things like that is what I'm talking about, fish room efficiency. Little things like that add up. I grew up in a wrestling family, and I'm married to a huge wrestling fan. Hubby was there for Jericho's first match. Oh, very cool. Speaking of wrestling, check out Pigeon Forge Little People Wrestling. Oh, okay. I remember when there's some people still doing it, but these YouTube backyard wrestling videos that actually have people gotten ridiculously seriously hurt doing this stuff. But when that stuff started, and then there was the ECW, which I didn't really like. The ECW, remember that? Wasn't a fan of that too much. So, but and by all means, when this live stream is over, and you got the replay crew, or you got some guys that might come back to watch something, to pick something up, leave in the comments the number one thing that you guys have done in your fish room to make it easier. That's what I want to hear. What is the number one thing that you guys have done in your fish rooms to make it easier? On that, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. I had a really good time. It was super fun. Thank you so much for the super chats. I always enjoy the Saturdays and hanging out with you guys. I'm bringing a Lowe's bucket to the Wisconsin Fish Fam cookout so everyone can poop in it. Really? That's the way it's going to be. I tell you what, it would be funny though to see a video of like that happening. Love Brenton's personality. But don't you do it, because if you do, I got one of these white buckets sitting over here now that I'm currently using to hold a fan to blow on me. Because I don't know how I feel about it yet. Oh, you send me poop. Oh, man. Peplin comes in and just freaking, man. Peplin goes ahead and steps it up a notch. Really? That's what it's going to be, Peplin. Okay, Tara. See you. Be safe. Oh, man. I'm out. You guys are the best. Always enjoy Saturday mornings. They're super fun. And we all make it that way together. So, excuse me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe. Look forward to these videos coming out. You want to put me on notification if you don't already. Oh, you're the best. We'll see you out in the field. Now that I can get dressed, it doesn't take 15 minutes. I got you, Tara. Talk to you later.